everyone, Alexander Hughes here. I've come back to show you my new Super Mario Bros. 2 remakes. In the first episode, you might have noticed the video just ended here. I'm sorry about that. I actually apologize in the description. Well, if you haven't watched the first video, please go do it right now, as that it wouldn't make sense to actually watch the second video if you didn't see the first one. Anyways, when we left off, you saw my snake block replacements as they were hard blocks. Well, I did the same here, except put a few platforms in replacement for the snake blocks. I figured that it would be too many blocks, hard blocks there, and it would be also a little bit too hard, so, in level design, the final release for the stage was not put that way. If you wonder what the arrows are for, like, the Miiverse is now ended, so I can't actually show you that. So I couldn't put a comment here. I uploaded Full World 1, but I don't seem to be getting enough stars, so please give me some if you want to play the rest of the worlds. I won't be giving you out the code numbers, like the course ID numbers, because it'd be a lot to remember for me. But you know, you can always just look at the video and, well, you know, copy that. But anyways, I talked about how annoying this light was. I gotten over it. It's still kind of, bad, but, who cares? Like, right? Back to when I was talking about the arrows. The Miiverse has ended, so I couldn't post the comment there. Even, like, anyway, the comments still weren't ready for me to post up yet, and I noticed that the Miiverse has ended before that happened, so it doesn't really matter. If the view looks bad, sorry about that. I don't think there's anything I can do about the brightness. I'm really just trying here since I'm using all I have. Anyways, I couldn't tell you about the comments on Go Back in the Pipe after you already exited, even though it was actually the exit to the bonus room. But anyways, yeah, I always pointed to it, so that's my replacement. Hopefully enough people cleared it that way. Reznor boss fight, it's actually fire piranha plants. Instead of using the platforms that automatically break after the Reznor, I don't know how you say multiple of the Reznor, but anyways, instead of using the platforms, I use donut blocks and the blue platforms. You have to go over here, a section that you might have not been to if you took the bonus area like I did. And, yeah, that's the end of the level. Interesting ending, I should say for myself, but yeah, I actually included the secret exit too, so be ready to keep watching. Back in a few days earlier, like a lot of days earlier actually, when I was first starting the remakes, I wasn't sure if I was able to do it at all. Well, now, it's been quite a while since okay, not quite a while, but it's been like 2 or 3 days, I don't know. 1 or 2 days, probably, I don't know. Anyways, since my first video came out, Anyways, now I completed World 3. I haven't started World 4-1. Like, I did try it today, but, I feel like I've been on Super Mario Maker for just too long. I want to record it instead. If you remember the original, you will know what a secret exit already is. But, my version is pretty sweet. So, in the area where you'd normally go into a warp and end out in the secret room, you get led to a pipe. I don't know why they just did that. Why not? It would just take you outside of the whole thing. Anyways, I couldn't do that, so I just put a door, another door. Couldn't go outside. Sorry about that, but a flagpole replacement, going here, and finish the level. Now time for the cannon level. Yep, I included those two. Superstars I decided were a pretty good replacement. I'm sorry that I did that a little bit sloppy. I'm not so fresh that it's not so fresh today since it's an auto scroller. I just included these pink coins as a replacement for the red coins you normally find in the level. I hope I can actually pass this level, as it's kind of hard, and I did. As you might have seen the toad faces in the background as soon as the level started, I used bonus music in case you ran out of the superstar. 1-4 Remix was originally an athletic level. I don't know how to say it. We'll just call it Sky for now. Anyways, well, it had lots of moving mushrooms. I'm sorry I couldn't recreate that, but at least I could recreate the paratroopers. The Koopa Troopers with wings, you obviously know, right? And also I couldn't recreate the music. I wouldn't use bonus music, like, some of the channel name of Bramble Gaming. As I saw, when they uploaded Super Mario Run 1-1 and New Super Mario's Wii levels, I guess he was known when it come to, level creation names as Brambles or Max. Anyways, I liked his remakes. Like, he did include lots of things, but my remakes are just different. I'm not including the bonus rooms, even if that's something you feel like you should have been earned for a reward. You should have earned a reward for actually, getting all the star coins. Well, really, those are key coins in the wrong areas, so yeah, I decided just to create the levels in case you want to have a taste and if you sold the game or anything. Anyways, I forgot to put the hoop, the replacement for the red hoop. I'm glad I had the propeller mushroom now. Anyways, the power up, it was an accident. I forgot to put it there. Yeah, about the bonus room, in the area where you were supposed to wall jump, it was just the same as all the other jumps. My bad. In case you fell down, there's no warp, so just take the pipe. You end up back here, anyways. Yeah. This is one of those levels I mentioned the last time, where I had to just use a sub area since I couldn't recreate the full level within the normal area. So Yeah, I just did that. There are tons of different mushroom colors, so I just decided to use all 3. If I didn't explain the last episode, which I think I didn't, nice little short exit. Anyways, what I was saying was, power-up replacements were only known to me as Tanuki suit replaced with propeller mushroom. Unless, well, there's the fact that using the propeller mushroom doesn't help that much, so I just use a fire flower. Underwater level. If you see the flagpole underwater, which you already did, I think, yeah, the level starts underwater. I couldn't recreate the land because, the sub area would have been on land, and that doesn't work. The P-switch was just a replacement for the thing where you had to step over there, and it was a coin spawner, you know. Something tells me that Nintendo should have, made the cheeps function the right way. You know, red ones go straight forward, and green ones go back and forth. Like, maybe you should have replaced the back and forth cheeps with the green ones, except also change their function of going back and forth into chasing you. I haven't found a correct replacement for the coin block, so I just did this. Here's the area where it would have been land if I decided to make, like a beach. I had no idea of how to recreate a whirlpool, so I just used grinders. Small little checkpoint flag. You can actually see the bonus thing up there because of that one piece of ground there above the zeros that tell me the score. Something about this remake, just like the remake series. I figured 3 cheeps going in the same direction was just no challenge. So I put 2 that went one way and 1 that went in the opposite direction. But the one that went in the opposite direction would have been between the other 2 that went the same way. I did the same thing with the opposite directions here. And the coin ring. Cheep and coin ring. No idea how to do the power-up roulette block, so just a superstar block. I wasn't trying to actually swim as a cheep. I was actually thinking of shooting him after swimming up, but he was coming down, and I figured I just wanted to go that way, but that's going to make the rest of the level suck. Not that there's actually much more to it, but there's so many cheeps over here. Or at least they're all together. That's what makes the level fine. A nice whopping amount of coins there. This would have been circle cheep thing. Anyways, this would have been circle cheep thing. Except I just use upward tracks instead. Why not? Bunch of coins here. There's parkour in the original, but I just decided that I shouldn't make an empty area, so just place a little bit of coins there. About the cheep thing, the cheep that went the opposite direction was actually in the middle, so it made it kind of confusing on getting through the timing. 1A, yeah. I wasn't sure on how to recreate this one. It seems as if it's going to be a hard challenge, but it's actually pretty easy. Kind of weird spawning down there, but I decided just to keep it the same instead of somehow making Mario spawn up there where the pipe would have been, since he actually spawned on the pipe in the original game. But you can't actually place a spawn point, which is so weird of Nintendo to do that. As if it was Super Mario Maker, you can recreate a bunch of things, but not some that you want for yourself. Like basically, let's see, like, deciding how fast the auto scrolls are going to be. Like, you can decide how fast they're going to be, but you can't decide the speed of them. Like, you can't decide of how fast. Like, there are only 3 speeds. What if you want there to be, like, multiple? Over 3. I totally messed that up, but... Okay, I figured I could go. Figured I could do it. Okay, now that's better. Since you don't know cannon pipes, you had a wall jump, but I made sure that you still couldn't actually get in the area, the sub area, unless you actually did the fairway by going up here first. Because there's a P-switch, and there's a wall of bricks that blocks you from going in there. And thanks to the person who showed off the top area too, the walkthrough videos were kind of useless since I didn't get to see anything with them. Anyways, like, they only showed the bottom area. Like, the thing about walkthrough videos is that, like, this is the reason they're bad. Like, they only show off the parts they want to, and they don't go back. Just a little bit too soon. Okay, and stupid P-switch. So, I replaced, those arrow walls with one-way walls, as if they're actually not the same thing. The piranha plant there was in a pipe, but since I couldn't put them down below, I wasn't thinking about the idea of putting them on a track instead of just leaving them up there. Oh well, and the Koopa over there, not this one, but like the other one, the green one, he was actually red, but I didn't see it correctly. So you go in the pipe, like in the original, except you don't blast up, you just come out here. I finally came up with a decision, except I didn't keep it that much. Like, I did continue using it, but I used a little bit more of I used different ideas still, but in the end, which already has happened now, I did decide to use 10 coiners instead of just putting a bunch of random coins everywhere. Yeah. Since there was no way to move the one-way walls, I just had the weird replacement with, the grinder and the 2 doors. You can see there's no wall over there. Probably should have just filled it in a little bit more. Yeah, I still included the last key coin. The thing about my remakes are I try to include everything I can in there. About the new Super Mario 2 Castle, I think I missed out on a little bit of things, but I used up the entire first area. And I didn't feel like just making a second area. I don't know why. That's 1A complete. On to 1 Castle, the final level for this review. Alright, it's not a preview either, since I already uploaded World 1. So, 1 Castle, yeah. This first part was kind of annoying since I had to use skewers to replace those spiked platforms. And you know how hard skewers are to dodge when you're on vines? They're just annoying. Luckily, thwomps came in, which meant I no longer had to use them. We haven't made to that point yet. I decided that putting 2 lava bubbles was just some extra challenge, and plus I added more of the vine here. Come on, platform. Rise and shine! Rise and shine! Yeah. Still didn't get saved. Oh well. The semi-solid at the very beginning looked nice there. Plus, it was also used in the original. It was a semi-solid there, but it wasn't the one I used. But I tried to put it close by at least adding 1 semi-solid in. Yeah, about the extra difficulty, I just took away the second lava bubble, and I just used only 1 there. Like, I didn't put 2 originally, I just added 1 only. Propeller mushroom. Like, even if you couldn't attack, like, it's not meant for you to attack with the propeller mushroom. But it doesn't really matter, since this whole level wasn't too much about attacking, since you couldn't attack thwomps or spiked platforms. Like, you can attack thwomps with a star, but there weren't any stars in the level. So it's nukes you can only knock over dry bones, which is the same as jumping on them. For propeller mushroom, I like that. I forgot 1 lava bubble on the section where the pipe came in place. This was kind of easier over here because there was a mega thwomp and it crushed, like, in the original there was a mega thwomp, but it didn't crush both platforms at the same time. That's what in Super Mario Maker does. I'll just fight Bowser Jr. because, like, why not? You'll get to see them. They're crushing platforms in action. Not that they actually crush you. In early versions that I was doing in my early versions of this level, they did crush me before, but it doesn't really matter now, as if I actually completed the level. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.